We should go through the more downfall aspect regarding him and PKA, where the survival trip was coming about.
I've heard a little bit about this, so I'm kind of curious about the details on this, because from what I understand, didn't he initially agree to something and then at the last minute cancel out on you guys? So he led you along to believe something was going to happen and then didn't give you the courtesy of just saying outright no, or even a heads up, can we try again for another time kind of thing?
Yeah, this is another example of this is another example of us as a show trying to do things outside the show, outside of just what we're doing here tonight. I guess we'd been watching a lot of Bear Grylls and Survivor Man and that sort of thing. And it was very popular at the time, and we were into it. We all liked watching them survive in the wilderness with minimal tools and such. And somehow it came up, hey, let's do a survival trip. Let's go out into the wilderness, the three of us, and let's see how we fare. And everybody was on board, except for one. I was going to mention the Lefty thing. There were four of us on the show at that point. Taylor was not on the show. It was myself, Woody, Wings, and a fourth gentleman named Lefty. And Lefty, when this came up, he was like, that's not for me, boys. That's not my game. I don't think I'd fare very well. I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. I'm out. We were very respectful of that, Woody and I. We were like, well, all right, man. Cool beans. You don't want to do it. You don't want to do it. Nobody here's going to give you. And then Wings interjects, pussy. A real man goes into the wilderness and survives. A real man does this and that. A real man does blah, blah, blah. You know, Lefty's from Chicago. So he's like, Chicago. Yeah. If I had my passport, I'd come up there to Chicago and whoop your lily-livered ass. This is the sort of like mindset that he has.
That was a side joke Kyle just mentioned because Wings thought that you needed a passport to go state to state.
Oh, wait, no, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he really is a fucking introvert.
And so, we were like, he threw Lefty really under the bus there because Lefty didn't want to do this thing. Privately, I would have liked Lefty to come on the show, of course. Four people on a trip is better than 3. 5 is even better, but 3 is acceptable, I suppose. So planning begins. Lots of planning. We're looking at satellite images of potential locations. We settle on this place called the Uwharrie National Wilderness Forest in North Carolina. It's a true wilderness. I think it's a federal park or a state park, something like that. But you can go out there, you can camp, and we settle on a date. We all figure up, when we're going to arrive.
We started divvying up skill sets, right? Like Kyle was the hunter. I'm particularly good at starting fires. I don't recall what Wings' was, but he was working on fires too. And we were just all thinking about how we were going to succeed at this.
Yeah, and leading up to it, we're making videos, talking about it. Like one of the things was that we kind of got fixated on was starting fires with flint and steel. And so I made a quick video on one of my YouTube channels of me in my backyard making a fire with flint and steel. It's a little annoying at first, but once you get the knack of it, you can do it. Wings made 4 videos of him making fire with flint and steel and never accomplished it. He uploaded all 4 failures. They failed in various ways. There would be a cut between him going ch, and the camera would cut, and it would come back on, and then there was a big pile of leaves on fire. And you were like
18 inches tall, like the fire.
What the fuck? What happened? Like he just got out a big lighter and lit some leaves on fire in his backyard. And again, they're like leaves you'd rake up in your backyard. I'm going literally into the woods and scratching trees with a knife.
He found a bird's nest and lit it on fire.
Yeah.
I got really upset about that. I don't know why.
He lit a bird's nest on fire?
Yeah.
Well, they weren't in it. So the day comes. It's time to do this thing. And so I set out on this quite long drive. I'm going to say it's 5.5 hours from where I lived at the time to where we're doing this thing. So if I leave the night before, I'm going to get a motel room in the area 30 minutes from the meetup location. And that way I don't have to drive, early in the morning. I don't want to leave my house at 5 a.m., get there at 10 a.m. and be already just kind of out of it before we begin hiking and surviving and such. So I'm driving in the night before, and I think to myself, hey, let me give old Wings a call, make sure we're all good to go here, because it's Wings. Call him up, say, hey, man, and get ready to do this thing. I'm driving in now, about 3 hours from the place. What are you up to? You could leave, if you left right now, you'd be here around 11, and you could share this motel room with me. I could get a room with 2 beds or something. He's like, I'm not going. I'm like, what? What do you mean? I'm not coming. When were you going to tell me? I'm telling you right now. What the? So I call. I text Woody. I'm like, he's not fucking going. He's not fucking going. And so Woody gets on the phone with him. Woody tries to talk, and I'm thinking like Woody's going to talk him into this. I'm still driving with this idea. Woody will talk him into this. Woody's a great motivational speaker when he needs to be, and I'm sure Woody was filling him with
compilations of me telling Wings like, if you want to be an extraordinary person, you have to do extraordinary things.
Be a winner, not a loser. Be a doer, not a don'ter.
Very Henry Rollins-esque. Yeah.
Yeah, this sort of talk. And he just doesn't fucking come. He just doesn't fucking come, and it's now it's just me and Woody in the woods. Now it's just kind of weird.
It got gay.
It got gay. It's like I hope nobody sees me and this 40-year-old man just driving off
practically
into the dark.
a pedophile with Kyle.
Yeah. So it really took the wind out of our sails, and I ended up getting violently ill on the first night of the survival trip. I think from some tainted tap water. But in any case, it
was because you weren't very good at swimming through that stream and you swallowed stream water.
That's exactly what I did. Yeah, I drank some river water, and I think that's what I was vomiting for hours.
Swimming all over that river like it was nothing. Like, I see a frog out there yonder. I'll go get it. I think I shot a turtle.
So he left you guys high and dry then. You had this all set up, all ready to go. It was going to be this big thing, and then at the last minute, you talking to him, and he says, No, I don't think so.
What's it going to notify us? I think that the next morning at 9 a.m., we were just going to, Woody and I would have pulled up to that bait and tackle shop / restaurant and just been sitting there at the table and be like, no, we don't want to order yet. Our friend's coming. And at 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour would have gone by. I'm like, no, we're hungry, but it's lunch now. We'll wait for our friend. And he just never would have fucking shown. I don't think he was ever going to notify us that he wasn't fucking coming if I hadn't called him and asked. It was absurd. And it made me so goddamn mad.
Yeah, I'd have been pissed.
It made me so goddamn mad that I went on our subreddit and I was like, I've been pushed to the edge. I'm typing this message. I've been pushed to the edge.
No excuses.
I can't take it anymore.
Play like a
no
champion.
Excuses. Play like a champion. Rule number 34, no excuses. Play like a champion, which is from that movie Wedding Crashers. They got rules for wedding crashing. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe this. He's not coming. He has no excuse. He has no reasoning. He's just literally afraid of the woods and doesn't want to come. And
Exhibit A in the at his core, bravery is just not an attribute that he has.
And so that was the downfall of Wings on the show. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, I believe. He was also showing up late for shows, right? We scheduled
different ones. I think for Kyle, bailing on this survival trip was a really big offense.
It was.
For me, I didn't like it, but I could almost take it or leave it. It was like, all right, Wings isn't here. The survival trip, I felt just got a little easier. I didn't expect him to pull his weight.
Funny.
I expected, true, for sure. Yeah. No, I wish he was there, but there was at least a little part of me that was like, now I don't have to find 1.5 persons worth of food, me and a half. And you would have, I sort of thought we were going to, he was going to do less than his share. So it wasn't a big criminal offense to me. I had harbored other things. Remember the guy we talked about who said he was going to anally rape my wife and daughter and compared my son to shit? Wings gave him money.
Is this the okay, let me read this out before you go into the story. Maybe you can tell me if this is accurate or not. Because like I said, there's information posted everywhere and I don't know what's real or not. And this was, I believe, from 2014 or 2015. Earlier this year, it was revealed that he worked as a double agent helping a YouTube troll attack a 10-year-old autistic son of one of his friends. Is that talking about you?
That sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So this guy, the one that, challenged me to fight him and we organized it, he also would he'd be like, give me money. I want to go to Europe or I want to do this or I want a car. I don't know what he wanted money for. And Wings donated to him. And I felt like that, for me, that was a real betrayal, right? This is a guy who doesn't just attack me, he attacks my wife and my children.
Wait, no, I'm sorry, say that again. So the guy that's screwing with you and your family, he gave him money?
Yes. Yeah, via PayPal.
Why?
Because this dude that was attacking Woody's family, obviously Jesus, his channel was named. He also, like, as like a different thing not related to Woody, was like, oh, I really, I'm feeling depressed and I'm all, in a bad headspace. I would feel really way better if I could go on like a 3-week, no thinking about anything European vacation. So donate to my European vacation. Oh, also, I need a new gaming PC. That would really pull me out of this funk. And so that's basically what he was doing, e-begging for vacations.
that makes no fucking sense. You guys were doing a show together at the time, yeah?
We were friends.
Yep. You're friends with him, and you're doing a show together, and the guy that's fucking with you, he gives him money.
Yeah, that's not the only one. Yeah, there was another guy. His name is Thunder Toro, and Thunder's channel is doing well at this point, but he hates me. He hates me, I think, because he was a better gamer than me, but I was more successful on YouTube, and I think that's the core of it. Like, I never talked to him or anything, and he uploaded a video where his friend said that my son was a fucking faggot that jerked off dogs. And I didn't like it, so I uploaded a response.
Well, yeah, it's understandable.
And I gave that comment 2 thumbs down.
Yeah. Wings, on the other hand, was giving him like search engine optimization advice and like how to grow his channel, and he was doing really well. And Wings took some credit.
Well, you know what? Fuck this guy then. How is he gonna cry about compilation videos and be like the trolls are coming to get me when he's funding people that are fucking with you?
That's that.
Exactly.
You know what? We're of the same mind on this one.
No fucking pity. Fuck him.
Yeah. And Wings was like, Woody, I feel like you're making me choose between you and him. And I was like, I am. That was the day I decided not to fix his desk. Right? That was it. That was the.
You're way too nice, man. I'm surprised you didn't just kick his ass to the curb.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Wings had this guy who was totally underqualified, and he gave him like thousands of dollars to make a desk. And the core of it is the guy messed up the epoxy job. So I was like, stick the thing on a trailer, bring it to my house. I will fix it for you. I will sand it down. I'll finish it properly. I'll get it all done. Woodworking is something that I'm good at. And we were all, it fell through, I guess, or got delayed because Wings insisted on bringing these felons over to my house. Like, I guess he has these friends with felony convictions. But he did,
what the fuck is with this guy?
Right? And I've got like kids and like a girl and a boy in grade school at this point, and he just wants to bring the felons over. And I'm like, no. Let's, how about it's just you? But like I said, Wings doesn't really leave town, so he didn't want to drive a few hours without, I don't know, some muscle. I'm not sure why he was so insistent.
I don't think the felons should be leaving town.
Yeah. So he just
like, but we got to keep this on the down low. They're not technically allowed to leave South Carolina.
So and yeah, the night that like it all went down, and he's like, I feel like I have to choose between you and Thunder. I want to give him help growing his channel while he attacks your family. And I was like, fuck it. Fuck you. You can let Thunder fix your desk. And that's how the desk thing fell through.
Can I ask you a question? Just it sounds really cold-hearted on his part, right? It doesn't even make sense rationally, really, when you think about it. So he's doing these kind of shows with you guys. You've got a big sub base. You've got a lot of viewers. This Thunder guy, did he ever do anything for Wings? Like, Wings is sitting at 200 people watching his fucking streams right now. So where is the people he funded that fucked with you? Are they helping him right now?
No.
So Wings is a giant retard then, right? I mean, that's kind of the consensus.
Yeah. Like
socially.
Yeah. I haven't seen his test scores.
Yeah, I felt like Wings wronged me for a long time, and we got here from the survival trip, right? So I think that for Kyle, the biggest offense Wings committed was bailing on the survival trip, especially the way he did it, attacking Lefty for a month on being such a pussy, and then turning out to be an equivalent pussy. For me, that was just the straw that broke the camel's back. It was 1% of why I was fed up with Wings.
Yeah, so you had a deeper history running with the guy, with the stuff that he'd been doing.